What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. We've got a great video for you guys today. We're going to talk about why drivers are quitting to do delivery. Before we jump to this video, we wanted to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Solo. Solo is a great app for simply making more money. It's an incredible app, like I said, probably my favorite that's ever come out. It gets you access to guaranteed pay, which is an amazing, amazing feature. It's packed full of other features as well, like tracking. And on top of that, our viewers will get $10 just for signing up using the link in the description below. So check it out, guys. Let's jump in. So one of the most interesting things I stumbled upon lately was a long thread of drivers talking about why they were quitting driving to do delivery. Now, there's a lot of reasons. One of the biggest ones was safety. Drivers just don't feel safe. Uber really does nothing to help us feel safe. They have some features for the passenger, which I guess makes sense. I mean, the percentage of things that happen to passengers is way higher than things that happen to drivers, just because there's a low barrier of entry, you know? So a lot of weirdos get on the app and then all their creepy ideas can be birthed to life. I don't know. But safety was one of the biggest reasons. A video I did recently, I talked about a criminologist's report on the actual data and analytics of crime. And it was pretty alarming. Obviously the percentage is low, but it's kind of high enough where you have to be somewhat concerned if you're driving enough Uber. You know, the comparison I gave in that video was they also had data talking about how if you live in Chicago, after X amount of time, your percentage of being involved in a sketchy scenario drastically rises. And it's kind of the same with Uber, where the longer you drive, the percentage of you actually being safe, it's still so minimal, but it's enough to where you're man, if I give 1,000 rides in a year, there's really good odds that I'm involved in a sketchy scenario. And most of you, including myself on this channel, probably have one or two stories where you weren't really sure what was going to happen, and you're probably kind of thankful nothing did happen on that ride. Maybe you were closer than you thought, and I don't want to spread fear, but this is a real topic, and this is a real reason why drivers are quitting to do delivery, because they feel safer. How sad is that for Uber and Lyft that they've got this platform where the backbone of their company doesn't feel safe doing the work? On top of that, I think a lot of drivers just are experiencing fatigue with having people in their car over and over and over again. But to me, the real reason is this. The money isn't as good. And I never thought the money in delivery was that good unless I really grinded and ran 3 delivery apps and just busted out deliveries and kind of worked some hacks where I was trying to get deliveries for a couple of apps from the same restaurants. I had to really grind to make delivery make sense. But the problem with Uber and Lyft now is the money doesn't really feel that much better than delivery. So when you're talking, I have people in my car all day, I put myself in sketchy scenarios, and the money isn't that good. Why would I not just do something where I can listen to what I want to listen to all day? I have no one in my car. I could even bring a friend or, a husband or wife with for a quick shift if I wanted to. It's the mindset there is you have something that's a lot more freeing, a lot safer. And, I think the only incentive for Uber and Lyft driving anymore, which kind of leads to their big problem, is just if you need to make a few $100 from time to time and it doesn't really matter how long it takes you to make it. If you've got a bill due in a week for $250 and you have a full-time job, driving 3 or 4 hours after work each day that week until you make that $250 is, it gets you by. And that's kind of I think what happens with their turnover rate. They say that they keep 3% of drivers over the span of a year. So when people sign up, only 3% of them stay and drive for a year. And maybe that data is flawed to some degree, but I wouldn't be shocked. To me, they pump these huge recruiting bonuses. People get on the app. They think they're going to make $35 an hour, and they make 12. So it's almost their main problem, but that's the thing, is they don't really care about the quality of their service. It's purely quantity for them. Mass amounts of rides, and so if they get some random dude who's willing to give, you know, 15 rides one week and never use the app again, like, they don't really care. I mean, hypothetically, they're losing marketing dollars, but, you know, that's just like a tough analysis to make. How do you really judge that, right? So I think really what we've come to is that we've come to a place where the money isn't good enough on Uber and Lyft to really claim that it's better than delivery. And delivery has its pros and cons, no doubt. There's a lot of things that always really annoyed me about delivery. Finding those apartments is just so annoying. And if you don't get tipped on delivery, it really does suck. But at the end of the day, guys, drivers don't feel safe. The money really isn't that good. And if you're gonna be sacrificing, you know, your safety and your convenience for not better money, really doesn't make sense anymore, does it? So anyways, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Definitely check out Solo, guys. Get your free $10 for signing up. It is the best app, hands down. And stay tuned for more updates.